everyone. Welcome to OSCR project. Today we are going to talk about a little bit about why we need machine learning and modeling in digital humanities and social sciences. Actually, this post is a pre-post for all the materials, including using R, Python, Tableau, and Excel to do some very easy and applicable machine learning problems. And what we're going to do today is to introduce you to the setting of why we need digital humanity and how can digital humanities and social sciences be associated with machine learning. So as you know, recently data science or machine learning are very popular topics. And as you can see on the screen, we did some research about how these techniques are used in digital humanities and other social sciences. From Ted Underwood in the debate in Digital Humanities 2019, it seems that only 3 to 5% of the scholars are using or gonna use those technical tools, especially some data-intense tools in the field of digital humanities. We do respect the traditional ways of doing humanity research. However, in more ways than one, in our opinion, it's like, especially when we are dealing with some text analysis or some kind of something related to computer vision, it's much easier if we use, some technical approaches, especially machine learning and modeling, to dealing with those, problems which are seemingly impossible in the past, but it's very applicable and doable nowadays. Okay, so before we get into the technical, some technical starters, we would like to know that what is machine learning and modeling. So according to a very famous introductory book, which is called OSCR, which we also recommend you reading by yourself, it is an introduction to statistical learning with application in R. It says that there are two main reasons that we may wish to estimate f. And for here, f is a function or any kind of process that you want to go through. That is making prediction of it or inference about why it happens like this. Just as I wrote here by saying prediction, we would usually like to approximately know what is f. That is, try to estimate the result from some past experience. For instance, we want to estimate the stock market, the stock price of maybe Apple or some other tech companies. So we'll be able to know, what is going on and what we are gonna buy in or so. And also we want to know like inference. So for inference, that is to say, we want to know the relationship between what we have as the predictors, the possible predictors, and what are them we need to keep and why we need to keep them. So I know those concepts are kind of abstract. Let's put them into the specific context of digital humanities. So for prediction, what I'm thinking about is maybe you are trying to human labeling some kind of text. So maybe you are trying to give them some label of their levels of anger. So in this case, if you can use say natural language processing, machine learning algorithm, or some other stuff, no matter it's built by yourself or it's already like wrote online, you can directly use. You'll be able to cluster different levels of anger based on their, some other kind of index, many linguistic indexes. Like if you can use part of switch tagging or some other techniques, you'll be able to get their some kind of values based on the linguistic components. And based on those values, you'll be able to try to group together which are similar. So in that case, we'll be able to kind of make this prediction. This is a very simple example. And for inference, what I'm thinking of is you'll need to know why something goes on. For example, in Holocaust research, we usually want to know if there is a difference between different groups of like the survivors of different kind of Holocaust and genocide events. That is to say, in one group, we are trying to see what are the most important things that are related to their emotions. And in other groups, we do the same thing, and we want to compare them, kind of compare them to see if there is some specific or very dramatic change. So in this case, we'll be able to know better of different groups, and also we can kind of compare them, and finally get what is going on. All right, and now let's go to some kind of technical aspect, but as I said before, this is not a complete task that we want to complete in this post. In this post, we only want to have a kind of starter of what is going on. Also, as you can see here, we provide you guys with some kind of suggested applications, and you can directly see what you need to put into this secret black box and what you can get out of them. It's all credit to David Beman's tutorial of machine learning for computational humanities. And I guess this is a workshop he did when he was a graduate student in CMU, and he's now an assistant professor in UC Berkeley. Yeah, we do see this kind of promotions and kind of the scholars growing in this field, I guess. Okay, so for classification, some example research questions proposed by Bellman include he wants to find all the texts that have allusions. He wants to know when discussion of electricity changed, and he wants to know what kinds of love oaths. So basically, this kind of questions can be asked. Without knowing this, people's suggestions are always kind of vague, and they are trying to avoid some kind of problems. But when we have the computational tools, especially machine learning and modeling in specific, we can ask some very specific questions. We can try to stop avoiding those complete questions. And in this case, we are definitely able to have a better understanding of our different text and some other kinds of I don't know, maybe some other kinds of activities of humanities, of the authors, of the artworks. There are going to be some specific text analysis tools or algorithms, as you can see here, k-means, n-grams, hierarchical clustering, lots of things. And maybe they're going to be introduced in our later post. But for now, what we really want you to understand is that those tools are powerful. And, the modeling and machine learning is a process that can help you a lot. So please take a look at our following posts. And in this case, please thinking about how your work is related to machine learning and modeling. All right, thank you.